pleasant day, everyone! We are so ecstatic to present to you our economy, the Ecolaya. Some of you might think, why did we name our economy Ecolaya? First of all, Ecolaya derives from the word ekonomiyang malaya. Malaya sa baha. What I mean is, a flood-free community, a flood-free economy. Malaya rin ang mga taong maging sagana sa mga agriculture products. Malaya ang mga taong mamuhay ng walang pangamba pagdating sa pagbaha, darating na bagyo, kakulangan ng supply ng produkto, at kakulangan ng supply ng tubig, lalo na pag darating ang drought seasons.
So hello everyone, to give you a short introduction, our community Ecolaya faces three big challenges which is related to water supply problem, flooding, and limited agricultural productivity. That's why to address these problems, we created a malfunctional machine which can capture and utilize water effectively. So this machine is designed to supply water with fertilizer to the farmlands, help reduce flooding, and secure a clean water for the community when there is a water outrage.
Hi, I am Hazel Anthony Nicolan and I am the Chief Urban Planner. So basically po, our project is inspired sa Pantabangan Dam in Nueva Ecija and Maangat Dam in Isabela. Those two dams po are powered by hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity po is gumagamit po siya ng water. From the word hydro po, yung natural flow ng water will be generated into electricity. Same sa aming project po, itong pagkapasok po ng water dito sa dam, yung natural flow ng water will be ma-detect ng turbine. Ito po kasi nagsispin po siya. So, yung ma-detect niya po yung natural flow ng water, i-generate into electricity, and ita-transform po into electricity na siyang magpa-power sa dam and sa aming tank po. These two tanks po absorbs water and also has a sensor po. In case na, for example po, may typhoon, may bagyo, na tumaas po yung water level ng creeks or ilog. Siyempre po, ang creeks and ilog or ilog is one of nagiging sanhi ng baha. Pag ina-absorb niya po yung mga nag-overflow na water. So, sa aming project po, sa Ecolaya, we have two tanks po. So, the first tank is for agriculture purposes po. Para na rin po sa irrigation system. Sa mga crops, mga palayan, taniman. The first part po ng tank namin, dyan po nasa-store yung water. The second part po, dito po na filter out yung mga dumi, yung mga excess. And the third part po, dyan na po nakalinis na yung water and hahaluan po ng fertilizers for plant growth po. Then, the second tank po is for daily human purposes po. The first tank po, same as the first tank, itong second tank po, dito po nasa-store yung water, dito po na-filter out. At ang pinagkaiba po, the third part was for distillation po. Para safe po inumin ng people yung water. So, paano nga po ba namin isusupply yung water sa mga kabahayan, sa mga buildings? So, parang connected po siya like what water district is doing po to supply water sa atin. So, yun po ang magiging way niya para makapag-supply ng water yung dam for the economy po.
Hello, my name is Bsce, your lead resource engineer, and now we will be discussing about how the machine works. But before we go to that discussion, we must first know the overview and dimensions of the machine. So the machine is large, 6 meters in length, 3 meters in width, and 2.5 meters in height. It has 2 large reservoir tanks on each side of the control panel with a capacity of 10,000 liters, and it also has a sensor connected to the dam which activates the suction process. When it senses that the water in the dam is getting closer to overflow, it automatically siphons the water from the dam to be collected and stored inside the 2 reservoir tanks on the side through an underground waterway that is 0.5 meters reinforced with concrete lining to prevent leakage and erosion. After the water is collected from the dam, it is stored in the first reservoir, which purpose is to filter and clean the water to be distributed throughout the community for household use. So the first filter is the sediment filter, which is a thick layer of sand and gravel, and the second layer of the filter is the activated carbon filter, which removes any foul odor or chlorine from the water. The third layer and final layer of the filter is the ultrafiltration membrane or the microfilter, which removes any impurities in the water. After that, the water is distributed to community dispensers equipped with flow regulators. Each dispenser releases 2 liters per minute, capped at 100 liters per household per day. Regulators ensure equal and proportionate distribution. The second process is called the fertilizer infusion and agricultural distribution process. So what happens is, in the second reservoir, water undergoes a fertilizer infusion process. The ratio is that 1 liter of liquid fertilizer per 100 liters of water. The type of the fertilizer infused into water is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium rich, which are perfect for crops. It is distributed through an underground piping that is connected to the farmlands within a 1 kilometer range. There is a drip irrigation outlet that releases 5 liters per hour per plant row and is accessible through valve-controlled junctions. Let's talk about feasibility and maintenance. The power source of the machine is through solar panels assisted with backup generators. It has a monthly filter replacement as its maintenance and is accessible through control panels that includes manual override and digital monitoring. Finally, this machine is not just a concept. It's a tactical infrastructure that turns risk into purpose that supplies in moments of scarcity. Every drop, every valve, every ratio is designed to serve Ecolaya's survival and growth. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. I, together with my partner, will be the sustainability specialist for our group proposed project. So, how our machines support a sustainable environment. So, first, it provides clean water when main supply is cut off, which supports sustainable agriculture by supplying water in summer when crops suffer from drought, and helps urban households during rainy days when water district cut supply due to turbid water. So, basically po, yung device namin, hindi siya nagpa-function daily. It's just capture water po kapag umaapaw yung tubig sa dams or sa mga reservoir area. Then save it as a backup supply po kapag wala na talagang mapagkukunan ng tubig. So for example po, during rainy days, there is a cut-off supply po of water, especially po sa mga urban areas kasi nga po nagiging turbid o sobrang cloudy ng water sa mga dams. So napakahirap po nitong solusyonan, kaya yung water district ay pinipili na lang putulin yung supply ng tubig. And during this time, our machine po can step in po to provide clean water, which is a filtered water to the households. And during summertime din, alam natin there is a limited supply of water po, especially sa mga sakahan. Kaya yung machine po namin ay dinesign din po siya para mag-provide ng water which is with fertilizer to the farmlands po when there is a water outage. And secondly po, our machine promote a sustainable and responsible use of water. Dahil kagaya nga po ng sinabi ko kanina, it capture excess water po or nagka-capture po ito ng tubig kapag umaapaw na po yung tubig sa dams na minsan po ay nakakapagdulot pa ng baha or flooding sa komunidad. So in simple terms po, our machine maximize the use of water nang hindi po nakakasira sa kalikasan kundi ay nakakatulong pa at nang hindi po nasasayangan yung mga tubig bagkus ay mapapakinabangan pa ng sambayanan. And thirdly po, our machine reduces the dependence on unsustainable solution kagaya po ng pagbili ng mga bottled waters and getting water sa mga unsafe sources po. So in this way po, our machine helps both people and the environment at the same time.
Reduces flooding and water conservation. The machine key feature is catching rainwater from flood-prone areas. This rainwater will be used as water sources ng mga farmlands and the communities. Since we will mitigating flooding, this will help us protect the infrastructure in the community and the ecosystem. Water conservation. The machine promotes sustainable water management since ang gagamitin nga natin is rainwater sa mga farmlands, mas mababawasan ang paggamit natin ng groundwater. Number 5. Using rainwater as an energy source for the machine. Since gagamitin natin yung water as an energy source for the machine, this will help us reduce its reliance on non-renewable sources. This will also mas madidecrease ang gas emission at hindi na tayo mas makakadagdag pa sa pagkasira ng ating ecosystem.
Hi, my name is Bsce, the financial analyst of Ecolaya, and I will be presenting you the cost structure of our project, which is the initial investment, operational costs, and the funding. For our initial investment, we also call this the starting capital. It could be money, or assets and resources, which is necessary for the financial foundation to our project to launch or to begin our operation. Includes the manufacturing, which is the pumps, filters, the mixing systems for the installation, the piping, the reservoir connections, and also the R&D, or what we also call the research and development. 3 million to 4.5 million for a community scale unit. For the operational costs, it is also the ongoing or everyday expenses na ginagamit sa project for it to To begin, also to maintain operation. So operational cost, we have the low energy use. Low energy use. It is the water powered design design base that reduces the use of electricity. Since we will since in this case the our operational cost is that we excluded our financial cost. Then for the minimal maintenance. For the minimal maintenance, we will be using the durable material, which is the material that we can be used and it can last. It can last for long term. You can say, for example, steel, concrete, and other material. Fertilizer sourcing, we will be using the local organic use to cut the cost. Like for example, we will be using the animal waste, plants. Just that. For funding, as you also know, the funding is that the funds na magagaling sa isang organization or a person that will fund us for our project, such as potential grants na offered ng isang organization such as UNDP, or also what we all know United National Development Program, local environmental agencies, and we will also fund from the community crowdfunding. It is from the our residents. So they will. So this is optional. So from the residents of our community, we can also use the public-private partnership. Such, and also the public-private partnerships or PPPs with the agricultural cooperatives.
So in conclusion po, our machine will serve as a backup water source. So even there is a drought or rainy days cut off, ay may access pa rin sa tubig ang mga kabahayan at ang mga farmlands. And by reducing the risk of flooding, it can also help farmers to protect their crops, secure a clean water supply, and promote a sustainable resource use. So overall po, our community Ecolaya can be a model of a sustainable and eco-friendly community by the help of this machine. So yun lamang po. Thank you.